Okay.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boys on the net. You know what it is. It's First Formation. Let's get it. But let me start off this show by saying, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, we gonna go there first, right? Oh, okay,
How about them
okay.
Cowboys?
Okay, how about the
Mhm.
Cowboy?
Yeah, it was
Get it.
all funny, laughing, key on Sunday when y'all we was talking about them Eagles and them Giants, wasn't it? It was all key. But how about them Cowboys? Carolina?
Man,
Really? Oh, but hold up, I ain't
man.
finished. Hold up, I ain't
Wait,
finished.
hold on. You said like let's
What
keep it
about
real. Like
no? Bang Niner game? Bang Niner game? I told y'all to wait for it. Did I tell y'all? I told y'all to wait
Man.
for it. I told you on Sunday, wait for it, because Baker Mayfield finna shake and bake on him. And he shake and he baked. Bang Niner gang, and what about them Cowboys? This was a great week for me because I loved it because all our teams lost this
So I
week.
tell you what.
All of them.
Unlike
he
some
is
of
the
us,
true.
I'm not
He's the
gonna.
epitome.
Go ahead, Trey.
He's the epitome of. He's the epitome of misery love company.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna. Unlike some of us, I'm not gonna blame coordinators and all that stuff. I'm just gonna say we sorry. I'm not gonna blame the coordinators. I'm not gonna.
You just gonna keep it
I'm
100.
That's
He's
for the
sorry.
firing of the coaches.
Our defense ain't trash, people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you have to take off the TR and take off the H and add another S on to that AS, and that's what you got with our defense right there, people. Like, yeah. Oh, but Trey, I did want to say this though. That intro make you want to put bars to it, boy.
Yeah.
That intro make you want to put
That
some
intro
bars.
is all that. That intro, all that.
Hey, you know what? It's funny you say that, right? It's funny you say that because my initial thought was that each show, a beat gets dropped, and we basically go in for a minute. That was my initial. I hadn't had a chance to give it back, but had, you know what I'm saying, I always like, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, have fun regardless what it is. Yeah, we probably get it cracking before, but because I was like, you know what, just to add a little something to it, in which viral moments, are good, bad, or different, to have fun. So by the end of the year, we might be onto something in a little bit. So, but like Bishop said, like CC said, it was interesting yesterday. All three of our teams did lose yesterday. I mean, this week. Yeah. I guess the silver lining is when you look at it, far of our little competition as we go with the best week to week. This week, week 6 is hands down going to belong to CC. There's nothing neither one me nor Bishop can do to catch him. He's ahead of us by 3 games. We have the next Buffalo. We all pick Buffalo, and then me, him, and Bishop picked Atlanta. No, who's Chicago play?
Commanders.
Washington.
Commanders.
Yeah,
Washington.
They picked Washington. I picked Chicago. So,
but
hey, in any case, for the most part.
Hold on, real quick though. If I was to switch mine from Buffalo to Atlanta, would I be able to be in the running?
3 games back.
He's up on us by 3 games.
Oh, 3 games. Okay, that's right. Because I didn't know because
he's up on us by 3 games. So at best you would. Yeah,
Dalton Kincaid is out. Dalton Kincaid is out, and so is Dalton Kincaid is out, and somebody else is out for
Buffalo.
Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen. So 2 people are out.
But man, 6 weeks in. Y'all see how stiff the competition is. 6 weeks in, I'm finally getting a dub on that thing. Man, that's brutal. That's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, but it came in good fashion because not only is that, it puts you basically because we're falling. It basically right now I think is only like maybe 2%. I think like matter of fact that's what it is right now. If it was to stay the way it is right now without any one of us picking up another win, right now Bishop is at 59% on his picks. You're at 56% and I'm at 58%.
Okay.
So that's what it was, and that's going off and no more picking up no more. So if we all
be talking about me
we
when
all
I
pick
leave.
up that.
About me when I leave.
We all pick up a percentage, and then depends on what happened with Washington, then actually someone's going to drop a percentage and someone's going to pick up. So it's going to be interesting come the end of this week, in which right now Bishop is in the head because he has a week on me, but I mean you're getting this week, and so Bishop has a week on me.
Yeah.
That's what Anthony said.
Man. Yeah, them Cowboys, man.
Hey, at least Anthony, you loyal. You loyal. You and CC loyal. Y'all loyal.
Whatever.
Y'all loyal.
Jack playing out of his mind. Pickens played out of his mind yesterday, man.
But hey,
George Pickens played out of his mind.
He did. He bought out. But George Pickens bought out. But this thing, Trey, I said yesterday, you sure you want to go with your 49ers? You want to pick against them? That was one time your behind should have picked against.
You know you'll go against your squad in a heartbeat.
That one time.
I will. If it makes sense, you're right. If it makes sense, you damn right. I'll pick against Dorothy. I pick against Dorothy Silas. And Dorothy Silas is my mom, I'll pick against Dorothy Silas if it was right. It is not. You know what I'm saying? The only person I'm going to probably think about picking against is Jesus Christ, and that just depends on the situation. But besides that, if it seems right. If it seems right, hey, I'll repent and ask for forgiveness after it.
Mm-hmm. So now all the talk is Baker Mayfield.
What we look at?
MVP.
I try to tell y'all, man. That man just solidified more of his MVP status. Trey, are you serious right
now? We listen and we don't judge, but we also don't want to jump to conclusions, right?
How we jumping to conclusion with Baker Mayfield,
let's
bro?
Let's take consideration.
Nonsense. This is why we come on the show, y'all. Because Trey be coming out the study with some nonsense, y'all.
What?
Let's take in consideration who Baker Mayfield played against yesterday. Right?
What?
I was just saying you got coach of the year.
Oh, come on, bro.
I was just saying you got coach of the year. Oh, Fred Warner, that's a big blow to y'all too, by the way. Fred Warner.
It was. That's a huge blow. That's a huge blow.
And not to mention, like we was talking about earlier, Bishop, but Bosa's been out for a couple of weeks, and now you lose Fred Warner. So your top two defenders on your defense are out. The only thing you have is you get Mustafa back, but Mustafa was a second-year player that just had a lot of upside. Hence the reason why San Francisco let go Hufanga. But now, you may say you're stuck with that. We still have you had the up and coming and the people who request because Greenlaw was let to walk. So it's gonna get dismal. Like it's maybe it's good. It's good that we have that schedule left in front of us. But some of the teams that was looking to play with the Giants is not to be played with, in my opinion. So we got there on our schedule, and we got a few others in which now it might not be as sweet as it was looking before. But I mean, we get Brock Purdy. Just today I read something that talked about Brandon Ayuk may not come back, which he's gone and he's unfollowed.
What's his injury?
Franchise and
what's his injury?
He's coming back off the MCL, but he was due to come back after this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's recovering from last year.
Yeah,
but,
right.
You know but it's been conversation. Yeah, but it's been conversation that he's unfriended the franchise. He's taken anything having to do with the franchise off his page and all that type of stuff. So on that type of stuff. So chances are that
somebody
the rhetoric is he may not come back. Yeah, the rhetoric is he might not come back. So they're gonna move him.
I know he out for the season. I don't mean to make light of it. But we'll take a Hovland, Fred Warner. We'll take a Hovland. We'll take a Hovland, Bolsa. We'll take whatever on this defense, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they need the whole open and try. They need the whole tryout. You know, like for defense for the Dallas Cowboys.
Not tryout.
Hey, have you checked out that show yet on Hulu? The Ken Power show or whatever case like that. I seen the first 2 episodes. It's talking about old dude. He basically was a quarterback in
the Power. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
The Power Zone. I seen the first 2 episodes. It's interesting. It's probably 2 more I can watch. I'll probably watch it sometime this week to catch up on it, just like the rest of my shows. But yeah, so I mean, at this point, I don't know. Like, I guess all we can do right now, we 3 up in the division. We just got to continue all the teams. The games in which you lost are outside the division, but I mean, the Rams is still coming on. Yeah, it's unfortunate. At this point, we can pack up the season a little bit.
I don't see the playoffs unless we can figure out. I mean, one thing I will say about the coordinator is stop running that zone. It should be man to man every play, every week. It should be man to man.
Man to man.
Like, man to man. They can't run a zone right now.
Dude, I know another team who can't run the zone. Man,
run the zone right now.
Yeah.
So far, what was y'all surprise? What was the surprise? Was it Carolina, or should we expect that of Carolina? At this
no,
because we can't. Maybe it's on us. Like we sleeping on Carolina.
Nah. I don't think nobody see Carolina. Yeah, I don't think nobody saw Carolina doing that. I can almost guarantee nobody saw that. Not the way Dak's been playing, and not the way Dak's been playing, and just like CC said, it ain't even Dak. Like everybody's been saying, it ain't the offense, it's that damn defense. Yeah. It's the defense. It ain't the offense. So everybody was expecting Dallas to win the game because of their offense, but that defense they just shit the pot.
Rico Dowdle. You got ran over by Rico Dowdle.
And how y'all let that happen? He said, buckle your seatbelt. I'm coming. Rico Dowdle said, buckle your seatbelt. I'm coming. And he pulled through, bro. And the little guy y'all just got rid of, man, listen.
And not to mention that, but 180 something yards rushing, man. You just drug him. He just drug him. No stopping him. Man, they said he had 14 straight carries, man. Look, this was a game. They said he had 14 straight carries with over 7 yards. I was like, is this not like video game? Is that not like video game work?
That
part. He put in work.
The only other game that I'm surprised about, and even though I'm surprised, I'm a bit surprised, but I picked them anyway, was the Raiders beating the Titans. I was hoping the Raiders would beat the Titans because I picked the Raiders. But that was probably and the Bucks beating the 49ers. I didn't see that.
I thought the Bucks beat the
Bucks. I kind of didn't expect that. All the rest of them was gimmies.
Well, I saw Mac Jones had to have that game. Mac Jones had to have that game where he was going to make some mistakes. Like he wasn't going to go all the way through. So I figured that was going to be that one game where Mac Jones would be the reason why San Francisco probably. I ain't gonna say Mac Jones was the sole reason why they lost, but throwing picks. I figured he would throw some picks in that game and give Baker a chance in that game.
So y'all didn't think the Kansas City, the Detroit game was an upset?
No, I told y'all. I said he did, and I told you. I said they playing in Arrowhead. That was what I said. I said they playing in Arrowhead. I said I just don't see Patrick allowing them to get beat again in Kansas City. But it happened. So I just went against my fucking first thought. That's what that. Thank you, baby. I went against
the fight after the game. The fight after the game was ridiculous, though.
So tell me, what happened?
He got suspended a game.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, but what happened? Why was he fighting? What happened? I didn't see it.
He said Juju Smith blocked him in the back or something on a play. Illegally blocked him in the back.
No. So
after the game, he retaliated.
That sound like FIFA. That sound like
so.
That
what
sound like
was?
Hey Trey, that sound like Eddie.
No, so what happened was
like Eddie.
So what happened was, which is similar to Addy in a sense. So what happened was Patrick Mahomes went to dap up Branch, and Branch kind of like curved him and didn't say anything. Yeah, and so Juju said something in lay of it, and Branch came up in Juju's face and smacked him. And so it just went on from there. Yeah, he smacked him, and then after that, so Juju was trying to get at him. Branch found the way to get a hold of his helmet and kind of like flipped him over from his helmet, and I know it's like a picture of him being flipped on his helmet and looked like Branch is about to go in, and that's when everyone converged on him and kind of like got him apart. But then another scuffle broke out, but that was like the main part of it. Juju was, and it was like basically saying something to him, and Branch walked up to him and just smacked him.
No, I was going with what Branch said after the game. I was riding work today and I was listening, and what Branch said was it was about that push in the back that Juju was. He said they was bullying him. he used the word bullying. Like, you're a football player, dog. What we talking about bullying, man? Come on, bro. But he did admit that it was childish. He admitted it was childish, and I like what Dan Campbell said, that they wouldn't tolerate that. But he took a one-game suspension without pay, so he'll be all right.
Yeah, so
bullying in football.
So yeah, it was.
Is there such a thing as bullying in football?
I didn't. Well, we know that. We know at one time there was hazing in football. There was hazing the rookies. And stuff. Yeah, hazing the rookies and stuff. So.
But I mean, amongst opponents, is bullying. Like, if he blocked me in the back, then.
Yeah.
And so, what did y'all think about that touchdown they called back by Jared Goff last year? That was I did not know that rule. I didn't know that rule either, that the quarterback. I thought anybody could go in motion at any time, but I now found out that the quarterback goes in motion. He got to stand still for a full second for that play to be legal. So, because Jared Goff.
He got a plant. Yeah.
Like some quarterback only rule or something.
So it's just like anything else you got to come to. Well, if you turn towards the line of scrimmage, you have to it has to even be be set, or it has to be full motion. Once you turn towards the line of scrimmage, usually when you see people go in motion, they continue straight on the perpendicular line, running the sideline with it, and then they get the snap, and then they get up the field. So if he caught him, and once he turns towards the line, if he's continuously moving, then it's a false start.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh man, wipe that touchdown off, and that probably hurt the Lions right there. But it was a pretty good game. I saw a game.
What about y'all, man? Brian Thomas Jr. getting his touchdown getting called back because Travis Hunter was offsides.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Was he offside?
There you go.
Yeah, they went back and showed. They was like, if he wore a size 6, he would have been good.
I wasn't gonna even go there after our discussion yesterday about what Bishop called him Sunshine being this lights out quarterback. I wasn't gonna even say nothing. Like I wasn't gonna even say nothing. But like, yeah, I keep trying to tell y'all, Trevor Lawrence is not, like, for me, he's not it. As a fan of the game, he's just not it for me because he's had a lot of years and a lot of big expectations, and he's under, only 1 year making the playoffs out of those years. And Jacksonville, in my mind, has had some players at the team that he could have done something with, but he just ain't doing it. I think they're gonna fall off. I think the Colts gonna stay on top of that division, and I think Jacksonville gonna come back.
Last week against the Chargers, big win on the road. They get down 10 points.
And what about
to see that as well?
He also did it with his legs.
What about
so it's a good sign for him.
What game was it, man? Nobody mentioned it. Who got fired already?
Injuries that he's had at the wide receiver position.
Oh yeah,
already for
Shanahan. Yep. Yep, he got fired. Yep.
After 6 games, bro, he got fired.
Who did?
Yeah.
6 games. Callahan for Tennessee Titans, he got fired.
He got fired. Yep.
Brian Callahan is gone. He's out of there.
Yep. Sure did.
He's out of there. James Franklin got fired from Penn State. Like, he got
Yep.
fired.
He sure did.
Like Jetson, you were fired. Like they fired him. But I don't understand why Tennessee made that move right now. Like, what purpose is that going to serve firing the head coach right now with a young team like that?
I mean, you can't. I mean, if you don't fire him, it ain't like you can't. You can be any worse with the intern. Cut your losses now.
They got to pay him. They got to pay him, Anthony. They got to pay him his money. I mean, just because they fired him, relieved him of his duties, don't mean they ain't got to pay him. He got a contract. They got to pay him.
Yeah, they do. They still got to pay him. But I'm saying with Tennessee, why not cut your losses now and try to salvage a bit of what you have of a season left? In my opinion.
But Aaron Glenn 0-6, and his job don't look like it's his jeopardy.
True facts.
McDaniels with those bum Dolphins right now, 1-5, and his job ain't in jeopardy.
So what do y'all think about what Tua said in post game?
I think I said about Tua yesterday.
He basically said people need to start showing up to practice, start showing up to meetings.
How you gonna call somebody out publicly when you playing like garbage? How you gonna call somebody out publicly when you playing like garbage? And you supposed to be the leader of the team because you the quarterback making all the money.
Facts.
You the franchise guy talking about leadership. We got leadership problems. Either you talking about the head coach.
He's blaming their output in the game on the fact that people don't come to meetings. People ain't coming to practice, ain't coming to meetings every time, missing out on pertinent information. That's his whole stitch about the thing is that they're missing important information because they ain't at the meeting.
How you missing important information when it's a players only meeting? The coaching staff didn't call this meeting. Like, this is us calling this meeting. Like, this ain't no, like the coaching staff didn't call this meeting. What are you talking about? Like, that shows that nobody respects you, Tua.
That's what I was about to ask. I was about to question that. Does that say basically that there's no respect for said individuals if you're not coming to a players only meeting? You basically blowing them off like I'm not going to that.
Yeah,
exactly.
You did.
Exactly. Yeah. So one of the things while I was serving, right, I was huge on the fact of due to doctrine, a person had to respect me if they was lower ranking than me. So I was always one that sit up and thought about it. Like, forget the fact that I'm a sergeant and all this other type of stuff, because once I take my stripes off, then what is left? Like, do you respect me as Trevion? You know what I'm saying? Do you respect me as this person, as this individual? So it's one of those things, like when you say, like, if I call the meeting as your quarterback, that's one thing. But if I call the meeting as Tua, wanting to talk to everybody else, and you don't show up, then it's basically disrespect. Like, you don't respect me at all. And now we have a problem. It's a problem in the organization, in that locker room.
Facts.
And it might not be able to be fixed by who's there.
But are you making the problem harder by not showing up, or are you helping the situation at all? Because I feel like either way, you not showing up. Okay, you not showing up to a team's meeting. You basically not hurting just the quarterback, but you're hurting the entire team. Whether you trying to make a statement of saying, "Oh, I don't like Tua as our quarterback," or "I don't like who they got in charge of as the quarterback," or whatever. How it's not just Tua; it's the entire team. That's a team meeting, offense and defense. So then what? How are you looked at? What are you thought of?
Do y'all think winning heals all?
Yeah, I think when they was winning a few games and beating teams by, when they was putting up 70, they was doing what else they was doing? They was blowing teams out. They was playing. You wasn't hearing none of this stuff. But obviously, this has been the culture there the whole time. It's just they was winning some games. Now that you ain't winning no games, you start to see the ugliness. You see the ugly side of it.
And this is another thing. They don't have Cheetah no more. Cheetah's out for the season. So with the Cheetah out, they really dismal. It's like, what are they like? What am I doing? Like, what are we doing?
But they got enough talent to be more competitive than what they are, man. Like they actually played pretty good yesterday. I only saw
they was in that game. They was in that game.
They was in the game. but Tua did throw 3 interceptions, in
which
that
was
game.
costly.
It wasn't like
Which
he
is
played
costly.
lights out.
Yeah,
But
you
they
can't win
had
a
a
game with
chance
3
to win that
turnovers.
game.
Yeah,
They
it's
had
hard
a
to win a
chance to
game with
win.
3 turnovers. Yeah, with 3 turnovers, it's hard to win. It's hard to win a game with 3 turnovers. Like let's be honest. That's hard. And if they capitalize on all 3 turnovers, hey, it is what it is. But
And we started off the. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just about to say. Only thing I was about to say is, but has Tua, in y'all's opinion, has he taken ownership of his bad play?
No, that's why he blaming everybody else. It's like, yo, the only thing he should have said up there was, man, I got to do better. Like I got. It starts with me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all he got to say is it starts with me, and then he does. But no, he want to start blaming. See, I think that's the wrong platform to call your teammates. I think you should see your teammates in the locker room.
But I can't see my teammates in the locker room because my teammates ain't even coming to team meetings.
But they after the
Players,
game.
but, yeah,
They never
but see,
been
that's
after
the
the
thing.
game.
Oh, but after the game, are they really gonna even listen to me still? I done threw 3 interceptions. What can you tell me? How is you go even approach me, talk about my game, and you threw 3 picks?
So
you can't really say a whole lot to me, bro. You feel me, TZ?
Let's be honest.
You really can't say a whole lot.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Every interception is not the quarterback's fault. So was all 3 interceptions his fault?
You know what? I didn't see it. I didn't see that game.
That's what I'm saying.
Was it? Well, one of them I felt. Well, one of them, yeah. If it bounced off the player, the receiver, and it ends up in the DB's hands, that's the play. And in my personal opinion, a few analysts said the same thing. I feel like they should take that off the quarterback. That's not the quarterback's fault. That shouldn't be a stat against him. If the ball hit the player head or it bounced off his during shoulder pads and ends up in defense's hands, that shouldn't be an interception against the quarterback. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. So I did see one play where that's exactly what happened. It went off his hands and it bounced right into the defense's hand, and that's an interception. That ain't Tua. You can't blame Tua for that.
That was like the only bad pass that Bryce Young threw yesterday was the one that bounced off the dude's hands right into Wilson's hands. Like, that was like the only bad pass.
Yeah. So you can't really blame that. You're right. So to answer your question, no, Trey.
So or even when a receiver stops running and you're expecting them, you know what I'm saying? And then the receiver stops running, and now like some of those things aren't on the quarterback, in which I'm not saying that's always Tua's situation or any other quarterback situation, but we do know sometimes it is a miscommunication in which that miscommunication is more so on the receiver as opposed to the quarterback. But you do have the times in which the quarterback didn't do what he was supposed to do. So I mean, and so we have that. So I just want to get that clarity on that. So Anthony asked, what is your input on Justin Fields? Is he the right fit for the Jets?
Again, how many did the Jets lose by?
They lost by 2 points, but check it out though. But negative 10 yards.
But listen, 6 games.
But negative
6
10
games.
yards.
Now, don't get me wrong. We was watching it. We was watching that game while we was on air.
Negative 10 yards passing at the end of the day. 44 yards on your record though. 9 for whatever. 44 yards passing, bro. That's not a Justin Fields problem. That's a Jets problem.
I will say this: we was watching this game during our show, and we got it. Like Justin Fields got to make way better decisions. He's taking sacks that he should not take.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, but sometimes it's definitely play calling.
Yeah, I can say that too. Yeah, but
it's just like we was having that conversation earlier. Like we recognize that we have some receivers that can't get down the field. So can we fault the quarterback for trying to make those plays or for taking those sacks and stuff like that? What we just talking about, we got to sit up and like we said, we got to make the adjustments.
Right.
When do the coaches make the adjustments?
So most teams are in the pistol and the shotgun nowadays. Some under the center here and there. Why is Justin Fields under the center and you want him to drop back 7-5 and 7-step drops, man? Hey, just put him in the shotgun and get a man a chance. I mean, switch up your offense already. I think it's the scheme that they run it where you got him under the center and trying to drop him back that far. Obviously, he's not that guy. So give him the shotgun. Didn't he run the shotgun at Ohio State? Wasn't he in the shotgun a lot of times at Ohio State? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to put him in the shotgun. You got to get the best out of this guy. Give him a chance to see stuff ahead of time. trying to remember to drop back and all that, to count the steps to drop back and then the timing. Obviously, he's not that kind of quarterback. So, what are the Jets doing to help him out? Would be my question. Like, what
Right.
are y'all
What are
doing?
what are y'all doing to set him up for success?
Real, real, man.
And then a lot of some of the conversation is that Garrett Wilson is going missing. Breece Hall isn't the running back he has been in past seasons. So I mean, I'm very sure there's a lot. We already see Sauce Gardner is not the same player that won Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Like I don't know where Sauce Gardner is.
Well, Sauce hasn't evolved, man. Like Sauce still think he playing his rookie year. It's like, yo, the receivers get used to your tendencies, bro. You got to switch it up now. Seriously, he's still playing. Like it's like, yo, nah, you got to come out there and you got to switch it up for whatever offense you playing against. And it's like, nah, man. Like what happened then ain't working for you now. You got to switch it up. I say the same thing about Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland. I look at these guys and I saw like yesterday. I saw several things that they all have in common. It's like that cockiness that you got. It ain't winning right now.
Right.
You got to start playing the game a little bit better. Like Deron Bland playing, like I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys cornerbacks play on a 4th and 3 when the game is on the line. They 10 yards back, bro. Who you gonna guard? Like Hunter Renfrow is not gonna burn you. What are you doing? You got to be up on them. I mean, that's an easy slant route right there, right in front of you, because you playing so far back on 4th and 3. I don't understand what's going on with I see that a lot with even in college now, where these guys are playing. It's like, why are you playing that far back on a guy that's slow?
Right. Yeah. 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 That's a good question, man. That's just something they're doing.
But my question would be, after watching Detroit last night, Detroit has no secondary. So are they done? Like they got 5 or 6 dudes on their secondary hurt. Are they done? Like all they cornerbacks out. They playing line. They had to go 3 linebackers most of the game.
Would you say they done? Are you saying that they're done?
No, I'm asking because I work with a Detroit Lions fan, and he's saying they done. You know what I'm saying? He like they done.
I mean, that's no different for me as a 49ers fan saying we done. But I mean, so you have to give. I guess you have to give it time. Yeah,
right. I was about to say and see who they got. Yeah, who they about to face next and stuff like that. You got to see what's on Detroit's list, like because they still did what they needed to do to get a win. Or no, they didn't win, but they still needed to lost. They lost to. But then my question is, do they still stay at number 1 for the power rankings?
Nah, we'll see when our power rankings come out this week.
Yeah,
we're gonna see tonight. Tonight gonna determine what number 1 look like because Buffalo still got 1 loss on their record, and
they do.
Buccaneers got 1 loss. This is a team, and then you gotta start looking at the Steelers. My man says Steelers Nation, which that's all he ever say on this show. By the way, Scott, you need a new opening. I'm just saying. You need a new opening.
But then you got to keep this.
But you're right. But they are under the radar. Like I realized I haven't really gave the Steelers a real look in correlation to the rankings. But coming this week, Tampa, the Steelers, got to open the books up a little. This is the thing. Teams deserve.
This is the thing, though, Trey. Tampa plays Detroit this week. Tampa plays.
So it might be a short-lived.
We gotta see.
It might be short-lived.
Tampa plays Detroit this week, so it's definitely gonna be some rearranging because they got. Matter of fact, they play them next Monday, a week from today. They got the Monday night game. Detroit versus.
We'll be on the boat. Oh no, that's before we get on the boat.
Yeah. That's the Bucks versus the Lions in Detroit.
And I just want to. I was gonna wait till Thursday. but I'm gonna say this coming Sunday, I'm gonna be doing the show from Kansas City. We're gonna be in Arrowhead Stadium. KC and the Raiders, baby. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? KC and the Raiders at Arrowhead Stadium. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your birthday on the 19th, right? 3 days, 3 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On the 19th, it's gonna be next Sunday. But yeah, gonna be in the game. We're gonna be in the building, checking out those Raiders.
In Kansas City, in Arrowhead.
Oh yeah, AFC West matchup. Old school. I wish it was the old school Raiders. It would be a good game. Uh, so I had a question
So you know
about.
what? I'll go ahead.
I had a question about Callahan getting fired. Do you think that would have happened to Pete Carroll if they would have lost that game to the Titans yesterday? Do you think the Raiders would have been looking to remove Pete Carroll?
Nah, I don't think Pete Carroll. I think there's a
You don't
more of a
think so?
respect for Pete Carroll. Yeah. But now I was going to ask this question based on the Raiders. Do you think the Raiders under Pete Carroll would be a better team with Derek Carr?
No doubt. They need a. Gino. I don't know. Gino let the success go to his head or something. He was playing better a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened with Gino right now. What's going on with Gino should be the question. Like, hey, what happened? You know.
Good question. I don't know. I don't know what's up with Gino either. I don't know.
Who has Pittsburgh? Scott said that Pittsburgh ain't played nobody yet. Who have they played?
They haven't played nobody yet.
Who's been on the?
So they just
They
played
lost.
Cleveland. They played Cleveland. They just played. The Cleveland was that week.
They played the Jets. They played the Jets in week 1.
Yeah, they had.
So
Yeah, they had a bye.
They played the Jaguars. They played the Buccaneers, which is their only loss. They played the Panthers. They played the Jets.
And the
And
Patriots.
they just played. They played the Seahawks. They played the
Seahawks
Patriots,
was their loss,
and they
right?
played the
They lost to
Vikings.
the Seahawks,
They played
right?
the Vikings too. No, they beat the Seahawks. Oh yeah, you're right. They lost to
Yeah,
the
they beat
Seahawks.
they beat the
Oh, I'm
Vikings.
sorry, those
in
were
London.
preseason. I'm sorry. So yes, they beat the
Vikings.
Jets. They beat the Jets. Yeah, you're right. They beat the Browns, the Steelers, the Patriots.
The Steelers. No,
I mean the
Steelers.
Browns, the Vikings, the Vikings, the Patriots. They lost to the Seahawks and they beat the Jets.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vikings was predicted to be a tough team. Remember that NFC North? All 4 teams could make the playoffs. So I think they did all right. You know, I think they. I say Trey talking about preseason.
Yeah, I'm my fault. I looked at the wrong schedule. So yeah, that was preseason. Additionally, they got the The next 4 games is the Bengals, the Packers, the Steelers. I mean the Colts and the Chargers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's gonna be interesting to see them against the Packers. What kind of team they, what they do against the Packers. The Packers struggling right now, even though they beat Cincinnati yesterday. I got to see some of that game, and it was a struggle. It wasn't pretty for the Packers. I don't know what's wrong with Jordan Love. He needs to wake up. That Packer defense is not what we thought it was. If Flacco would have had a little bit more time on that team, he probably would have beat them yesterday. If Flacco had a little bit more preparation, he probably would have beat them yesterday.
Listen.
And which it remains to see if he's going to be effective that way. And once he, like you said, as he get it, but at some point Joe Burrow's going to be back, and he's going to be asking for the reins to come back. Is like, do they give him back or do they?
Yeah, they give it back. They ain't playing well enough not to give it back. Yeah, they get that shit back. They ain't not playing well enough not to get that back.
Well, I'm saying if Flacco was starting to get some dubs or string along some wins, do they give it back or do they or do you continue to ride the train till ride it till it comes off, or do you go ahead and be like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and you already knew what it was like?
I think Joe Burrow is better than Flacco in his prime. So
I got a question. When do these other coaches' jobs become, like when do their jobs become in jeopardy on something like Zach Taylor, man? You got that job. Now I'm disappointed because you got that job. See, no excuses, man. No excuses.
That segment, I'm waiting for it, CC. I'm waiting for that segment.
Quarterback went down. It's like Zach, your quarterback went down, but you paid those wide receivers. You paid Higgins and Jamar Chase. Yeah. This is still what y'all doing. This is what y'all doing. It's one excuse after the other for the Bengals. All you missing is your starting quarterback. Y'all should still be decent because Jamar Chase is still cooking. He's still getting his numbers some way, somehow. But you got to start looking at these coaches and say, hey, man, you got a backup quarterback. Make the most. Do something.
Yeah.
Like, where's the fill-in players? Where's the gap? Why are we giving them such a pass because Joe Burrow is out?
Yeah. Facts. Anthony got a good question right here, though. Yeah. Knowing the record of the Ravens, do you rush Lamar back or you let him fully heal? So this is let me say this about it. No, but this is what I say. So it was on Stephen A. Smith this morning. Of course, RC was on there, Ryan Clark and Cam Newton. And the question was asked, something similar to what Anthony's asking. Do you rush Lamar back after after his surgery or whatever, or do you let him heal? The question to them was is the Baltimore Ravens still going to make the playoffs? All of them said yes. All of them. But they said yes only simply because of the fact that the possibility of Lamar coming back and the rest of what they have as far as the schedule, their next 5 games. So because of that, now answer that question. Because of their next 5 games, and with the not necessarily 100% Lamar, but a Lamar that could come back and possibly get them over the 500 hump. Do you allow Lamar to play, or do you just chalk this one up and just say, forget it, we're waiting until next season?
So their next 5 games are the Chicago Bears,
Win
Miami.
if Lamar. Hold on. A win with Lamar. Go ahead.
A win in Miami.
Win if Lamar's back.
In Minnesota.
That might be a difficult one.
In Cleveland.
Win if Lamar's back.
And at home versus the Jets.
Win if Lamar's back. Now, which would put them worse, Trey? Their record.
What was that? You said 3 out of 5?
I said 4 out of 5. 4 out of those 5 games that they could win. The only game I was worried about was questionable is the Minnesota game. So 4 out of 5.
That will put them 4 out of 5 will put them at 5 and 6. So not still under 500.
Still just under.
Because they're 1 and 5 right. They're 1 and 5 right now.
Okay. So but Cam Newton and all of them said they could win all 5 of those if Lamar was back. So if, say for instance, they win all 5, they're 5 and 5, right? Or 6 and 6, 6 and 6. Right. I'm sorry, 6 and 6, 6 and 6. If they win all of them games, they're over 500.
Correct. If they win all them games, they're over 500.
And then what we got?
I mean, they at 500. They win all those. They're at 500. No, you're right. They're over 500. They're 1 game over.
Oh, are they over? Okay.
What are we expecting to happen with the Ravens? That's all I want to ask. Are we expecting that defense just all of a sudden to get it together? I mean, they look awful. They defense has been awful. Like their defense has been awful. So what we expect? The defense just to all of a sudden start winning games because Lamar back? The defense wasn't playing well when he was there. So I'm just saying, what are they going to do to fix their defense? Are we expecting major adjustments on the defensive side of the ball? Because that's where they're really struggling.
Because they allowed the Lions to put up 38 on them. They allowed the Chiefs to put up 37 on them.
And the Bills put up 41, 40, whatever.
41, yeah. The Bills put 41. The Browns, the only team they beat, the Browns, which they put only 17 up on them. So, yeah, CeCe got a good point. Like, Lamar coming back, he ain't finna play defense. Lamar's on the offensive side of the ball. So, he ain't finna play nobody's defense. So what are you doing?
What we're going to see this year, I think what we're going to see this year is definitely at minimum for this year is going to be a changing of the guard when it comes down to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl. We're probably going to see a team or teams that we wouldn't have thought we wouldn't have seen based on what's coming up. So right now, of course, Philadelphia, when you look at it, they're a front runner because they haven't had a huge breakdown or collapse. When you look at you still got Buffalo. So, but we see Patrick Mahomes was able to do it, and he's about to get Rice back. So we're going to see what that looks like. You see, Hunt and Pacheco was running nicely.
Worthy,
as we talk about, Worthy's back. You know what I'm saying? Brown is playing better. Yeah, so they have weapons in Kansas City, unlike besides what they've been showing. Additionally, when you take like we was just talking about Pittsburgh, Scott says they haven't played nobody. That remains to be seen. Right now, they're still a 1-loss team. Tampa Bay. So it's a bunch of them that's in there that we've seen before, but we haven't. But let's be honest, the past couple of years have belonged to the Eagles, the 49ers, the Bills, and the Chiefs for the most part.
Right.
I think we're going to see a different one.
The AFC has belonged to the Chiefs, man, and it still belongs to the Chiefs. The Chiefs gonna be there again. The Chiefs gonna be in the Super Bowl. I can almost bank on that.
Super Bowl?
100%. Yeah, they're gonna be in the Super Bowl. I mean,
Oh wow.
so do you see these teams? Who gonna beat them? Once they get into form and they get into shape, they gonna be healthy, and the other team's gonna be hurting. Like they're gonna be limping. The other team's gonna be limping in, and they gonna be healthy. They getting healthier, and they getting all their players back at the right time. That's all it takes. The Chiefs gonna be in the Super Bowl. They was just in the Super Bowl last year. Who's gonna supplant them? I mean, do you think the Bills? You think the Bills defense is good enough to stop Patrick Mahomes? They haven't been yet. They haven't stopped this guy yet. I don't. Who's gonna stop him? The Ravens are out the way. You think the Steelers gonna be up for the challenge? That'll be interesting to see. Steelers and KC AFC Championship game. That'll be an interesting chess match right there. But other than that, it's a cakewalk for them. I don't think Herbert is ready. Once Spagnuolo put the blitz on that guy's done. If they struggling with the Dolphins and they struggling with the Giants, they not ready. I mean, who's better than Kansas City in situational football? Like they 3-3 right now. Here they come.
Say here they come.
Here they come.
I mean, yeah, I can't argue.
No, you can't argue that. Ain't nothing to argue there.
Yeah, you can't argue that.
I think the NFC might be wide open if the Eagles don't get their act together. I thought the Eagles was the front runner. Let's keep it real. I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the Commanders. But I thought those two teams was going to be the front runners, right? But if the Eagles don't get their stuff together, and it look like I would agree Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield might end up in the Super Bowl. Y'all keep playing around. Keep playing.
Yeah, for sure. Stop playing with it because I've been saying that.
Oh, fumble.
Did he fumble it? Oh, he did. Is that Bijan?
Yes, he did. Yep.
Is that Bijan?
But they gonna get yeah.
But they didn't.
But it was a false start.
I was like, what?
Offsides, off it, defense. Oh wow, they didn't give it to him. Yeah.
Oh,
he got saved.
Yeah, he did.
He got saved.
Now he finna run up. Ryan finna run him up. Watch. Bijan finna run him up after that. Now
he coughed it up. Look at that. Coughed it up. So yeah, so I mean, like I said, I can agree with what CC was saying, although I don't want to believe it, but I can agree with what he's saying that Kansas City they finna get back into it. But of course, like you say, the NFC, which every year is has a more potent. It's odd, like the NFC is the more potent conference. However, they have the hugest issues with Kansas City. There's only one or two people in for the last 3 years. They said between one of three teams out of AFC, and the expectation is always Kansas City comes out on top. It has been Baltimore, it has been Kansas City, it has been Buffalo, and you always know Kansas City comes out on top. Baltimore at this point is completely out the picture for the most part. You can say you can clearly say that. Yeah. Now you have Buffalo that's playing making a stake, but besides that, you have dark horses in Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. But like you said, how are they going to be? Are they built to last? Probably not. As you look at how the pictures unfold in the NFC, you have Philly, but like you just said, if they don't get right, it's going to fall apart. You got Detroit, but I mean, we just seen what happened to them versus Kansas City. But again, we're talking about NFC. Against NFC, Detroit is potent. You have maybe a dark horse in Minnesota, depending on how they play, depending on how Green Bay plays. We don't know. What we thought was San Francisco, that's probably done. Let's not discount the Rams. They're still around. So, I mean, and then Tampa Bay. It's a wide variety, just like in every sports. The West is usually the dominant, or the NFC or that conference is usually the dominant one. We see it in basketball. The West is dominant. We see it in baseball. The National League is dominant, but you had teams in that conference or those divisions are dominant. But then you have one that's in the opposite division that is just a dog, and you're going to expect to see them, and then chances are they're going to sit up and take care of business. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I still keep hope alive. NFC.
I don't know the Packers. I had the Packers. I picked the Packers to go to the Super Bowl. Remember early on our preseason predictions. I had the Packers. The reason why I backed off the Packers is because Jordan Love is iffy right now. He got to get his stuff together too.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Jordan got to get his
Algier.
stuff together. Jordan Love got to play better in order for the Packers to be considered in the run. He's too up and down right now.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. I totally agree with that.
Would any of us be surprised if Atlanta was to win this game? The way they've been up and down, the way they've been so inconsistent, would we be surprised really if they was to win this game?
I will.
If Atlanta was to win. You would be
I have
surprised.
no faith in Atlanta.
I don't know.
You have no
Like,
faith in Atlanta right now?
I don't know. They took a beat down, and then they beat the Commanders down.
Correct. Yeah.
they beat them.
Thrashed the Commanders.
Bad.
But then they came back the following week and got mollywopped by the Cardinals. I mean, by the Panthers. In which, again, I was about to say, just like I had no faith in the Panthers, and they keep on telling me, punching me in my mouth, telling me, like, you better recognize. Like, so.
Don't sleep. Don't look now. The Panthers are 3-3 while we're talking. They 3-3.
Correct. At 300. But it's like, I look at it as soon as I be like, all right, start believing in the Panthers, and here they go being the Panthers of old. And so it's just like, it's just not safe out there.
I was talking. I forgot what game I was talking about, but I was like, what quarterback was that? I was like, oh, turn back in the garbage at the end of the game. He turned back in the garbage. That was
Trevor Lawrence?
That was Tua.
Oh, Tua.
Tua. I was like, he turned back. But that's the same thing right now. It's like the Panthers, they riding the wave, man. I think they riding the little wave. They're getting some confidence. Bryce Young is looking better than he's looked in the previous year. And that's all the way around. He's looking a little bit better.
I asked you
more
this.
in tune.
I asked y'all this. Right now, Bryce Young or CJ Stroud?
Ooh.
CJ Stroud for me.
I still got to go Stroud. I think Stroud will get it back.
Yeah, CJ Stroud for me. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, I think I think Stroud is a little bit better, Trey.
Yeah.
But I think Bryce gonna hold his own. I ain't see this coming from Bryce, to be honest. I thought he was out of there last year, but he proving me wrong. Like, hey.
So I would flip that. If Stroud was in Carolina right now and Bryce was in Houston, who would be the better quarterback?
Still Stroud.
Really? You think Stroud would be better in Carolina right now? Yeah. Carolina would be further ahead.
I think Stroud's intangibles will help him, man. I think the little things he can do, his instincts. He seemed to have more instincts, and he seemed, like it ain't showing right now, but he seemed, early on, it seemed like he could read the field better than Bryce Young right off the rip. So.
Yeah.
Or read defenses rather better than.
Yeah.
Like some of these quarterbacks are just on time, right? Like it's all about timing. That was my one knock against Brock Purdy, is that Brock Purdy is not the quarterback that when a play breaks down, he panics. That's the only knock against Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is good in Shanahan's system. Let that play break down in Shanahan's system. Uh-oh. What do I do now, coach? You know what I mean? What do I do now?
So looking at this, right? If I forgot, damn, I just lost my train of thought on the because I had a question. It's let's see if I can get it back. It was a reference to Trevor Lawrence. Disregard. It'll come back to me, or I have it for Sunday. Scott says it's because he's taller.
Because Stroud's taller, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but it could have a little something to do with it. But really, I think it's like I said, I think it's just the intangibles that they both got. I think Bryce is different. I think Bryce can pass better from the pocket, no doubt. I think he's a better pocket passer.
Yeah.
I think he's a better pocket passer.
Damn, Josh.
I say this. I bash Trevor Lawrence, but I think Trevor Lawrence. That's just because I don't think Jacksonville. But I will say this. I think that if if Trevor Lawrence was with the Raiders right now, they would probably be killing it. They would probably be winning games. I do believe that. I think somebody like a Pete Carroll would make Trevor Lawrence better.
Better,
Uh,
better quarterback.
get his
Yeah.
understanding better. Yeah, I think he would get his understanding. I think anywhere else other than Jacksonville where he didn't have the right tutelage, I think that's why he's been suffering. We thought, what was the coach for the Eagles that went to the Jaguars? Peterson. We thought Peterson was going
Doug
to be that
Peterson.
guy, but he proved not to be him for Trevor Lawrence.
Doug Peterson.
He did get him to a playoff game though. Got him to a playoff.
Yeah,
They
he
got
did.
him to get a playoff win. They got him to a playoff win.
He did. How many years do you think a quarterback has? In your opinion, how many years do you think a quarterback should have before you start to look for another one and think this isn't it, or you start to looking at a potential trade or moving on to another quarterback, especially when they're your quarterback?
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
3 to 5. Because you got to look at this. 2 things for me. One, when I bring him in, when I bring him into our organization, to our football team,
Do I have
do we have weapons? Yeah. Do I have weapons? If I don't have weapons, 2, if I bring him in into our organization, we have weapons. Do we have a line to protect him? If we don't have those 2 things, that takes building, and that ain't gonna happen in a year or 2 or 3 probably. It's gonna take time.
Same thing, CC.
Yeah, I feel like about about that time. I think that's why they got it set up the way they got it set up, right? I think the way that they set up the rookie pay scales and all that stuff, the 4-year contract thing, is because specifically for quarterbacks. In my opinion, I think they went to that specifically for quarterbacks to give you that 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
makes sense.
Give you that 3 to 5 years. But I think some did it quicker. Like we saw, Stroud was fast out the gate. Now he regressing a little bit. It looked like he was fast out the gate.
So was Joe. Burrow was fast out the gate.
He came out fast out the gate.
His injuries, I think his injuries limit him.
Yeah, but I'm saying he came out balling out of freaking LSU. Joe Burrow came out balling, like so. That's why I feel like it takes a couple of years. Like I know CC he been saying it. Like Kyler Murray time is pretty much up in Arizona. Right?
But see, okay, so you say that, right? Kyler Murray's time is up in Arizona. But is that to say that he's not going to go somewhere else and be productive?
Oh no, that's not to say that. No, not at all.
Say that.
But
I'm not saying he's finished.
Ran out.
I'm not. It's ran its course in Arizona. Kyler Murray has ran its course in Arizona. Not saying he can't go. I'm not saying it's time for him to hang it up. No, not that at all. I'm not saying it's not time for him to hang it up.
You know, I think a good fit for him would be Miami.
I'm just saying his course has ran its Arizona. It's time to move on.
I think a good fit for Kyler would be Miami.
Miami would probably be a good selection for him.
I think a good fit for him would be Miami.
Miami would. I like that. I like Waddle and Cheetah come back. Oh yeah, I like that. And he got a backfield. Oh, I like that.
You know, with his dynamic ability, he can do some things that Tua can't do. You know, like throw on the run. You know, you know what I mean? I think he'll add a different element to that speed with A-Chain in the backfield and stuff, man. I think, I think a place like that would really be good for Kyler Murray.
If Kyler Murray go, I think they would truly be contenders.
What about Las Vegas? Murray in Las Vegas.
Different style. He could probably thrive there, but
it would be good for. It would be good for what CC said because Pete Carroll's there. Touchdown Buffalo. It'll be because Pete Carroll's there. I think that'll be a good look for him as far as Pete Carroll's concerned. Dawson Knox.
So going back to the question in reference to y'all's, what would be what type of quarterback would you want? You want a hybrid? Do you want a pocket passer? Do you want a mobile quarterback? Or do you want the hybrid or in between? What would be your quarterback that you're looking for that you think is going to best fit the system that you would probably want to run?
Go ahead, CC. You go first.
Oh man, I like Drake. I like the Drake May, right? I like Drake May. This if we go a young quarterback, this is why I like Drake May. I think his understanding of the NFL game was already there. You know what I mean? Like all he needed was a coach that'll give him a chance and put like they playing running back, 2, 3 different running backs. Stevenson, I forgot Gibbs, what's his name? Gibson, whatever the other running back is. But they
Gibson from
rotate
Miami,
running back.
Stevenson, Raymond.
And now you brought him a veteran wide receiver, which is what he didn't have last year, right? Like his first year, he didn't have. Now you got a Stephon Diggs. Now Stephon Diggs ain't the same Stephon Diggs that he used to be,
Right.
but he's better than an Adam Thielen.
Yeah, he's good enough to get the job done. Yeah, he's a possession receiver.
Like,
He's definitely a possession receiver.
that's what I mean. But you give him somebody that's gonna help him understand the knowledge of the game, and you see he's balling right now. Like they 4-2 right now. I know it's early on and stuff like that, but they 4-2. Yeah, somebody that can, and he can run every now and then. I really wouldn't want a 2 running quarterback because I think they lean on that too much. Yeah, the injuries, and I think they lean on it too much.
Yeah.
So the hybrid. So he's more of a hybrid. He can get up out of there, but he's not a running quarterback. Bishop, you same thing, or you going?
I'm more of a hybrid. If I had to pick one, if I had to pick a current quarterback that I would probably want to be in my huddle on offense, I would probably pick somewhere between like a mixture between Patrick Mahomes and a Josh Allen. I want a physical quarterback like Josh, who's willing to stand up to whoever coming down that line to try and hit him, and he willing to give that punishment back if he has to. But I also want a quarterback who can improvise like Patrick Mahomes. This man is the Houdini of football. Like this dude, he ain't gonna take a loss. If he know he can make something happen, he gonna do whatever he got to do to make it happen. And I want that type of mindset in my backfield.
Oh, okay.
I want that type of mindset. That's what
I ain't know he was just picking greatness.
Either way, his quarterback, he done drafted out straight out of the league. Is like he already suited and booted.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying though. I mean, but I mean, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
It's that you want him to work up to that. It's that you he may not be that, but.
Yeah, but them two are, in my opinion, a lot alike. In my opinion, they're a lot alike. They're gonna improvise. They're gonna do what they need to do to get their team in a position to win, and that's what I would want. That's what I would want as a quarterback.
So are y'all?
No, you say who yours was. You say who yours was.
I'm always going to be I'm always going to be a mobile quarterback as long as they can, because I feel like sometimes you got to improvise.
So Lamar Jackson, the mobile. When you mobile, mobile could be. Yes. Mobile could be. It all depends. Yeah, because you might not be as fast as Lamar.
Because Lamar Jackson can sling that thing. If he's in the pocket, he can effortlessly sling that thing. So that's what I want, a mobile gunslinger. I want someone that can put the ball down the field and sit up and. If I got people that if our personnel can take the top off the defense, then I need to be able to push the ball down. You running down the field is not doing me no good. If my quarterback can't get the ball down the field remotely, it's like at some point someone's gonna figure that out, and I'm gonna be like, just let him go. Just let him go. We'll live and die with him. We fool me once, shame on me. So you know what I'm saying. So okay, if you get me, then so. But I want Yeah. So I was like, that's what. So I'm always going to be a mobile person and be able to go from there.
Are you taking a Kyler Murray? Would you take a Jalen Daniels? Those are mobile quarterbacks.
Kyler, no.
Why not?
Kyler, no.
He's got a strong arm.
His height is a problem.
Baseball. Okay, so height. Gotcha. All right. So his height is a problem. So for the both of y'all, what's your prototypical height or measurables for your quarterback? Prototypical. What is your measurables?
At minimum,
go ahead.
6'3" to 6'6".
CC.
Somewhere there.
So you got to be able to see over the line.
Okay.
I go between 6 foot to 6'5". I expand the inches because I don't think just because you're a shorter quarterback. Like Drew Brees balled in that league for years at like 5'11", 6 foot, and so I think and won a lot of games.
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Steve Young. But those, like y'all said, that was a different time. That's
a different time.
That's not this time.
So mine would be
that's not
6'1".
this time.
I'm close to CC. Mine would be anywhere from 6'1" to 6'4". I'm in that realm right there. More so toward the 6'3", 6'4" end. But yeah, if 6'1" to 6'4", that's
Yeah,
my
it's that you want them to see over the line. You want them to be able to see the line.
Comfortably.
Because like you just said.
Because all the linemen are like at least 6'7" though. You got linemen 6'6", 6'7". Like, come on, bro. Like, damn. Like, seriously. Like,
so you don't want it because True that, and so that's what. But so just to put it back on that, because you're not going to get too many people that are swift like that, speedy like that,
at that size.
They're at that size. So you know, what I'm saying. So that's why I say in between that to where you know, what I'm saying, because I just want to. You ain't got to be able to just go like we said. Lamar Jackson could go, but he's become more of a pocket passer. Robert Griffin III can go. But he took it, or Colin Kaepernick can go, and they were like 6'3" or whatever case like that. But a different time, which they can put them as, and just like CC was talking about, a slinger. Colin Kaepernick had a whip initially till he got that injury that caused him the dead arm. So, but prior to that, people talked about how hard he threw the ball.
But one of the best throwers that was a gunslinger and had the feet is Michael Vick. But Michael Vick ain't
correct. Definitely threw the ball.
6'1", and he's only 6'1". But when we talk about can launch that thing left-handed, could launch. I launched that thing and launched it on the run. Like seriously, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. But then you got your Cam Newton. Then you got your Cam Newtons, 6'7", 230. A thumper can run. You feel me? Like, so it's just
and punish at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Thumper, like you said, a thumper will run up against anybody. What corner or what safety?
Except Von Miller.
Oh yeah, he running against Von Miller. But what corner or what safety is gonna run head up against 6'7", 235 quarterback?
Now we got some out there that would, but I mean, there's only a few of them.
But it's a handful. It's a handful. Yeah. It's a handful. Yeah. That's about it.
It's business decisions. It's business decisions when it comes to that side.
That part. Business decisions. Do I want to dump this dude or do I want to play the rest of my season? Which one is it going to be? One or two. Yeah. Either way, one of them is going to be Sports Center. Me coming out on the stretcher or him going out or him getting knocked the hell out. One of the two. Somebody going to make Sports Center though. Guaranteed.
See, that would have been me. That would have been me.
Oh, that's me. If I'm playing safety in my
Yeah. We gonna have to find out. Yeah, we gonna find out. We gonna have to find out.
We gonna see. He's gonna
like
be.
I said, I've probably been the only person I've been the only person that's coming from a safety position trying to meet Derrick Henry in the hole. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's either me or him. That's at that point. Same thing, but at least I tried.
Facts. Straight
go facts. Low, man. You got to hit them low.
Got to.
You ain't gonna sit up and go low. No, I don't even want to low. I want to make sure I want to be. You know who? What? The most. I mean, of course I love Ronnie Lott, of course. But you know who was like that thumper, which we looked at after that? It was Cam Chancellor. He was a thumper after that, once he come in, and Whitner. I can't remember his first name, but he played for San Francisco shortly. But he was another thumper. Like those type of like those. Of course, we got Ed Reed. He was in a thumper, but he played well. Eric Watto. So we had John Lynch. He was a thumper.
Yeah. John Lynch was. John Lynch was like a linebacker playing strong safety. He's like a linebacker.
Yeah, Lynch was a thumper.
Yeah. They had quite a few
those types. Yeah.
Trey, you missing one person, and I don't appreciate it. You missing somebody that was a thumper.
Brian Dawkins, man. That's going on for the Eagles, man.
Yeah, thank you, CC. Thank you, CC. Thank you, CC. Thank you, CC. Thank you, CC.
You know,
Weapon X. Don't get it twisted. Weapon X. Don't get it twisted.
Rivals, you got to give credit where credit was due. That dude can
Weapon X.
That dude can play.
Weapon X. Don't play. Don't thumper. Weapon X. Boy, we can break up his highlights. Weapon X. They ain't call him Weapon X for nothing. That boy, he was that dude. Weapon X. Yeah, Weapon X.
He could hit. He was definitely.
Ask a few people. You might want to ask your boy Reggie.
Oh, you know what? I forgot somebody too. I forgot one. I'm tripping. Troy Polamalu.
Oh yes.
Troy Polamalu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Troy.
Yes, sir.
Troy
yes,
stayed.
sir.
Troy stayed around the line for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Troy.
What's his name? The guy, man, may he rest in peace. But Sean Taylor was gonna be the best.
Sean Taylor as well.
He just left a little too soon. He just left a little too soon. Yep. Yeah, Sean Taylor was about to be that guy. Yeah, Sean Taylor wasn't no joke. Sean Taylor wasn't no joke. For real.
Although but again, none of them had a Derrick Henry-esque player like that. I mean, you had your Christian Okoyes, you had your Mike Allstott, but it was no one that was coming like Derrick Henry.
Not a Derrick.
None of them are Derrick Henry though.
No.
None of them is a Derrick Henry.
But you had, as I look up and see Scott's. What about the bus? The bus. Although they played, was the bus? No.
The bus is almost on the same line as like Allstott. He fall in that category with Allstott. What was the name? Newsom. What's the other Steeler before the bus? Harris, Franco Harris. He fall in that line. Yeah, like nah.
None of them Derrick Henry with the speed and the power.
Nah, because if the bus had more speed, then maybe, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he didn't have the speed like that. Yeah, fucking Derrick Henry got speed to be so damn big.
You know what I mean?
That boy can run. That boy can run to be so damn big.
Yeah, a couple of years ago when they were saying he was getting up to 20, 21, and 22 miles an hour breaking, it's like,
and that's scary. Bro, 6'4", 6'3", 200-some pounds, full speed at that. Man, listen.
Like, Eddie George didn't have that kind of speed either. He was a big guy. He didn't have that kind of speed.
But that's the best comparison right there, what you just said, CC. Eddie George. Right there. Yeah. He didn't have the speed as Derrick Henry, but Eddie George was a big joker. Eddie George wasn't small. There you go. That's the best comparison right there is Eddie George. He ain't had the speed like Derrick, but boy, he was a thumper. He put you on your back easy. He put you on your back easy.
But now you got a new one now, Cam Scatterboo.
He too small. He ain't gonna do that to everybody. Somebody gonna bust that Cam Scatterboo.
You think someone gonna catch? Well, he doesn't sit. He sit up and give it to the couple.
Scatterboo reminds me. Well, I ain't gonna even say that because that's being real disrespectful. Scatterboo has a build like Barry Sanders. He just don't have the elusiveness.
He don't have the elusiveness.
He don't have.
Scatterboo looks. He looks for the contact. He's looking to hit people.
He wants the contact to come to him. He wants that. But this is the thing. Scatterboo, he's just too small, in my opinion. He ain't ran up against the right team yet to wake him up. That's all. He ain't ran into the right team yet. That's all it is. When he ran up into the right team and somebody put him on his back, on his numbers, he'll know. He just ain't ran across him like that. Across him yet. That's all that is.
CC, you would agree, CC?
Yeah, I do agree. I think all that thumping. We've seen the other ones.
Oh, it's gonna take a stole. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Seen the other ones, they hurt themselves when they be trying to hit people all the time. I think sometimes like you gonna get hit back. Trust me, it's gonna be
somebody gonna get him. Somebody gonna get him, and whether he see it or not, he gonna get thumped. And you gonna be like,
because at this point he done put a target on his back.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
So someone gonna catch.
He's running aggressively. He's running strong. He's running aggressively, and that's what they want. Coaches want. But I'm telling you, like your mama always told you,
someone gonna make a fool.
You think you the badass until something, but there's somebody out there badder than you. Believe that. Badder than you. Yeah. They're gonna hit you. And they're gonna lay him out to watch what I tell you.
But is there someone that's out there that can do that? Because so there's the one I'm talking about from the third. I mean this because you gotta think the second line, like he's gonna get to a linebacker. He gets to the linebacker the second level pretty swiftly. So I don't think that hit is gonna come from the second level. I think it's gonna come from the third level.
I guarantee the third level. What the safeties and the corners?
The safety, corner, nickels and corners.
I guarantee you. Golly, I just lost his name. If Watt hit him, he gonna feel it. If Watt hit him, he gonna feel it. if Michael Parsons hit him, he gonna feel it. And I don't get me wrong. I hear you saying it's the second, third level. I got that. But if Watt was to hit him, Parsons was to hit him. What's up, boy? Boy, y'all just lost y'all linebacker. If he was to hit him,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If Fred Warner was to hit him,
Fred
then he gonna
Warner
feel
get
it.
he gonna
What was
feel
the other
it.
guy that played with y'all? Dre Greenlaw, man.
Greenlaw. Now Greenlaw, I can get it.
Greenlaw.
Definitely
He
Greenlaw.
gonna
I can.
He gonna feel it.
Yeah, you
He
know
gonna
what I'm
feel
saying?
it. Yeah, it's some
It's
people out there
some
now.
out there,
Secondary wise,
That's a tough one, but secondary
Blankenship?
wise, they ain't built like
Oh, Blankenship had a chance, but Blankenship is a pretty. He got a little thump to him.
Yeah, but not
Fourth and
like
effort.
you know.
Blankenship gonna damn sure put up fourth and effort. I don't know if how hard that would be a good matchup. I don't know. Blankenship is not as big because Scatterbull is short and stout.
What's his name from
short and
Seattle?
stout, so
What's
I
his
don't
name
know
from
if he-
Seattle? He just came back from injury.
Who,
I can't remember his name
Warner?
in Seattle. No, for Seattle, I can't remember his name. In Seattle, he just came back.
Bobby Wagner was thumping.
What to put it? Thumping.
Yeah, Bobby Wagner was thumping.
Yeah, so
but
it's gonna be interesting to see how he what you know say because Philadelphia Blankenship get another crack at him and gets another crack at him. Yeah, so we'll see. But he's taking it 3 touchdowns last game.
He did.
Thumping. Yeah. And he's violent. He runs violently.
Yeah, as I said, he runs aggressively, very aggressive. But somebody gonna tame that aggressiveness. Believe you me. Oh, that's a good throw. Oh, damn, Bijan.
Bijan runs hard too.
He does.
Yeah,
he does. He really does.
It's a lot of good young talent in the league right now.
Yeah.
On these teams, like eventually you hope these teams become more competitive. You know, I would like to see where it's 16 teams on each side. I would like to see at least 12 to 13 teams competitive for a few years and just see how that pan out. Instead of the same handful of teams,
it comes in droves.
time.
It comes in droves because, like I said, like we was just talking about. Remember when Buffalo was that team, and then became New England, and it's like we seen the same ones. It comes in droves. And, I mean, it's unfortunate you don't see the other ones. You got to think. We was just talking about Kansas City. Carolina. They was 15-1 in the Super Bowl. It ran up against Peyton Manning. So it comes in droves, but you want to see, like you said, the other ones. Baltimore was it for a second. We've seen the New Yorks. We've seen the Patriots. But we slightly seen Green Bay. We've seen the Rams. We haven't seen Detroit back in. We haven't seen Detroit. We haven't seen Carolina. Well, Carolina has been there before. The Texans, saying some of these teams we ain't seen, but Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? So.
And then my thing is this, right? How do you, I wanted to ask you this, CC. What did you feel, or how did you feel yesterday about seeing how Rico Dowdle did?
Man, I felt like
being in Dallas, and how especially with y'all running game now, right? But especially with how y'all run game is now compared to when Rico Dowdle.
Well, I think Javonte Williams. I think if they'd have kept him, he'd have still been second to Javonte Williams. I mean, you got to think he's the second string running back there. Chuba Hubbard. The only reason he's starting is because Chuba Hubbard hurt. Like you got to think Rico Dowdle. He's just taking advantage of his opportunity now. Whether that might switch now, but you got to think he was second. He was second string. But I do think that he had a chip on his shoulder. And what is it about these dudes that? What is it about these dudes that don't want to leave Dallas? But once you leave Dallas, it seems like you're in a better position than you was, because at Dallas you would have been behind third string behind Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders or something
Yep.
But I do think he's better than this rookie that we got or whatever, this blue guy that was supposed to be all that coming out of Texas, but he ain't done nothing since when they put him on the field, he don't do nothing.
Yeah.
Bishop,
what about USC?
I knew that's what I wanted to say. It's funny that you say that because I was just about to ask Bishop. USC got up to number 20, I think number 20 in the ranking. Texas is below them at 21. Bishop, I see y'all dropped to what, 13 or something like that.
Yep. That's right. I'm cool with that. That's fine. I take that. I will surely take
Are y'all deserving of that? Is
Yeah,
that what y'all
absolutely.
deserve,
Wow.
think? Or should y'all?
Yeah, we deserve that. Why shouldn't we? Why we shouldn't be no lower than that? Or you know what I'm
Dropped
saying?
7 spots.
Huh?
Y'all dropped 7 spots, then, right?
Yeah, 6 because we was at 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropped 8. I'm sorry, they're 14. So they dropped them
14?
to 14. So
14.
OU is 14. Texas is 21. USC is 20. What else? Notre Dame, who we play this week, is number 13, just one above Oklahoma. But the top 5 is Ohio State, Miami, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss. So as far as USC, we have a test like we talked about at the beginning of the at the season. We was like we're going to have 3 ranked opponents back to back if it stay that. The first one was Illinois, in which we lost to by a touchdown. By a field goal. We handedly beat Michigan, who was ranked, and now we take on a ranked Notre Dame, in which it's a rivalry. So it really ain't no telling how that's going to be. I like our receivers in Lane. The defense, we had a third string running back that basically held us down in the game. So I like the chances going into Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame comes to USC, so it's going to be in the Coliseum. I like those chances. So I'm feeling good today in reference to seeing them, and maybe Lincoln Riley is starting to get it back together. He has an unorthodox quarterback, someone that wasn't just a big name like Caleb Williams was. So I can live in doubt of that. I'm cool right now. How we going?
Okay.
I like y'all defense. I like the fact that y'all getting at the quarterback. It's different from the USC in the last two
The
years.
past
Y'all
couple of
getting after the
years.
quarterback. Yeah, y'all got a defensive line now. Yeah, that's making a huge difference.
Yeah.
But I never thought would be there for Stinking Riley. I call it Stinking Riley. He's stinking up the joint for a while.
Therefore,
he got to make a he got to turn it around, man. It's so I felt bad for him because I felt like he was that Caleb Williams left him kind of like left him hanging going into a bigger conference in the Pac-12. And you basically, I get it. You already won the Heisman. I guess he didn't see a chance of them winning a national championship. So what was the sense of him waiting around? But had he waited, do you think he would have been a better selection in last year's draft as opposed to the year before? Or this year's draft? Was it this year? This year's draft?
Yeah, this year. No, he did what he had to do. He got out of there. Like, who's the first overall pick this year?
It was Ward.
Cam.
Him going to Tennessee, I think he got more of a chance. I don't like the Bears. They underdeveloped players too, but yeah, he wouldn't have stood a chance in Tennessee. He made the right move for him. The Bears. I think they're gonna give him and Ben Johnson quite a few years to go together, and I think that might be a good combination, at least for his development as an NFL quarterback. Ben Johnson, I think, is going to do well with him. But here's something that people don't like to take into consideration when we talk about people like Ben Johnson, by the way. Jared Goff was already Jared Goff, bro. He didn't have to do much. Jared Goff had already been to a Super Bowl. Jared Goff had already played an NFC Championship game, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
He had McVay first. So you're getting to see Ben Johnson actually get to put his stamp on a young quarterback. Now we're going to see what that looks like in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I think it might be starting to transition, but of course, we're going to get a chance to see, because one thing in which we had is Caleb Williams he already went through the gauntlet last year and seen what it was to be an NFL quarterback on of worse. So now he has an opportunity to kind of like look at there's nothing but up from here, in which maybe Ben Johnson has put him in that position to and go on from there. So we're going to see how Caleb does. Like I said, tonight I have Caleb over Washington. Not to say much, but I think just Washington is missing some key players, in which is going to be problematic for them coming back the second time around. So hopefully Caleb is able to find DJ Moore, because I'm starting to wonder about DJ Moore. Like, is DJ Moore the person, just like they did about Christian Kirk? Like, they gave him all this money, but what are you doing for us? So Keenan Allen, you seen he left Chicago and went on to and now he's over back in LA, and he's being effective again, but he was in Chicago. So what's really good? What's really going on? So right now, as you look at the game, the Atlanta Falcons just scored, currently up 14-7 on the Buffalo Bills with 26 left in the first quarter. Will, is it a possibility that Atlanta is going to surprise Buffalo and and knock them off with Buffalo losing their second game in a row? It's less than likely, in my opinion. But hell, just like we always say, it's Sunday. Anything can, any given Sunday, even though this is a Monday, you never know what's going to happen. All the teams are professionals. So in any case, you have the slightest idea what is going to happen. Yeah, so it's everything is always up. It could do anything. What Scott say? Buffalo run defense is suspect. You know what, Scott? It's a lot, in my opinion. It's a lot of teams that is the only team that really has shown that they could have had a potent offense. Defense was initially, like, all teams are basically facing that, in my opinion. All teams are basically coming across that where the defense that we thought we saw is not that. You had Seattle that went through being a top defense. You had Jacksonville has went through being a top-rated defense. Minnesota has went through being top-rated defense, and when it comes back to it, none of them are that defense. So it's definitely, in my opinion, coming in spurts and stuff like that. We have yet to see a team that has dominated in defense, that including the Eagles, the 49ers. No one has just dominated. I think if we're going to see that dominant a defense where we can just say, okay, they're a dominant D, is going to be later in the season after they sit up and build and going from there. So Buffalo might be that, or any other ones which you mentioned, or any other ones as they start to get in. Like, some of these teams are winning or doing something to win. Like Carolina, like you just said, Carolina is 3-3 at this point. We slept on them for a second. Now they're back on now it's time to take a look at them because and bring it up. Like we said, Detroit, Tampa Bay.
And I counted Tomlin's defense out early, but they proven to be bouncing back. I counted the Steelers defense out, and I also underestimated Tampa Bay's defense. Even though their defense is not really holding it down, they got to win games at the last in the last few minutes of games. Most of the games they've won, but with the pressure that they was able to put on Mac Jones yesterday was pretty good. And even when they played against the Eagles, for them to be able to come back, their defense buttoned up a little bit. I think right now, Todd Bowles is proven to be able to make the best in-game adjustments defensively a lot of times to get his team back in game.
He said, thanks, but sure. It is. It's early for all of them in this. I mean, we just passed the quarter mark. So by the halfway mark, we should be able to have an idea and start really looking like, okay, these are the teams in which we think, and this is the teams that are, are exactly, they standing on business. And then you're going to have the next ones, that's the next tier, that they're somewhere around there. And then you're going to see we're going to start to see a fall off at some point, where it may be, because right now there's only a handful that are just top tier. And then we're going to start to see what everyone else is doing, because a lot of people, like, no one see New York coming, and New York has strung along 2 games in a row. So Carolina, no one's speaking on them like that yet, but they done strung along 2 games in a row. So it's like it's something going on right now. You got Atlanta. Atlanta is up on Buffalo, as I was saying. They just won their game, their last game before they went away. So
excuse me, Trey, but that's the same. Got to keep in mind that's the same Atlanta team that was shut out by the Carolina Panthers.
Correct.
0 points. Mm-hmm.
I was just looking at some. Was it? I seen somewhere Dalvin Cook got picked up. Who did he get picked up by? Let me see.
Mm-hmm. But Scott, you guys, the way you guys started, come on, man. Like, you see where the Jets are now and how you guys started early. So that's why I say y'all rounded into shape right now. I know it's still a little early, but the way y'all started, it was like, ooh, wee man, y'all might be in trouble. Y'all first few games, and remember against the Patriots. If it wasn't for all those turnovers, the Patriots would have probably beat y'all easily if they didn't fumble the ball 2 times going into and then throwing an interception in the red zone. But going into the end zone, what's his name? Ramondre Stevenson fumbled twice. Remember that. Y'all defense wasn't looking good around week 3. Now here it is, week 6. Y'all looking a lot better.
So yeah, Dalvin Cook got picked up by the Los Angeles Chargers. So Dalvin Cook is being brought into the Chargers organization. It's funny, right? Like Dalvin was that dude at one point, and then he just hit a wall all of a sudden. And then his brother, who looked like his brother wasn't getting no burn or wasn't getting no love, and all of a sudden exploded. And then what's funny is Dalvin tried to play it off like because he was in Buffalo as well. It's like, no, I just wanted him to get a chance to shine. I don't know. I think he was just better than you at that point.
Mm-hmm. James Cook is definitely better than Dalvin Cook. That's why his run has been longer than Dalvin. Already, you can already see his run has been longer. Dalvin was good for 2-3 years in the league. This guy's already he just signed a bigger contract right now in year 4, year 5, or whatever.
Correct. Yes.
It shows you right there. It shows you the difference. It's like, this one's all right. I'm waiting on the next one. You gotta get ready to start the next one. I want
the next one.
The Bears.
I want to see. I'm looking. I want to see Caleb.
Well, I want to see Caleb and Daniels. I want to see Williams and Daniels part 2, just to see what they got on it. And I also want to see that Dan Quinn's defense against Ben Johnson's offense. Oh yeah. I think that's a bigger story. If Buffalo loses tonight, then I got to really reconsider that. I know I'm gonna really look into the, man, because the teams that you have beat, they were teams that you should have beat. Like the only team on your resume that we thought was gonna beat something is the Ravens, and they turn out not to be nothing since week 1. So we got to start examining Buffalo. We got to stop giving them a pass. There's no excuses, people. Like I'm hitting you with that. There's no excuses. But we got to start wondering, is Buffalo really gonna be that tough? And because my point would be, that's why Kansas City keeps kicking you know what, because of things like this right here. You're supposed to not demolish a team like Atlanta, but you're supposed to dismantle them.
You expect better from them. I mean, you expect differently from them. I mean, again, as I continue to say, everyone is a professional. All these teams are professionals. Of course, the construct of each team is different for the most part, but all teams has some type of star on it, whether it's just a matter of how many stars or how your team plays together. And so, but when you look at it, there's some teams that are better at it than others, and that's just the truth.
So if Buffalo falls short again this year, I'm wondering if they go make a move with McDermott. It might be time to find another coach to get you over the hump. It's like, because for me, it's like Tony Dungy when he was in Tampa Bay. But he was good enough to get them to NFC Championship games, but he just couldn't get them, because he refused to get a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like he refused to just, hit the free agent market and get a good quarterback. You go into the NFC Championship games to play against Kurt Warner with Sean King. Remember that year he went with Sean King?
Yeah.
Like, who is Sean King and where's Sean King at right now? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and then he tried Trent Dilfer before they ended up getting what's his name?
Brad Johnson.
Yeah, Brad Johnson to go ahead and win the thing. But that was John Gruden's doing. You got to think about the quarterbacks that Tony Dungy. He just refused to break down and just hit the free agent market and get a quarterback to help his team get over the hump. And I'm starting to see the reason why I'm comparing them is I'm starting to see that McDermott, man, you refuse to break down instead of going and get old Von Millers and stuff like that. You refuse to go get some veteran leadership on your defense for real. That's not injury prone at this point in their career or over the hill, so to speak. Now, you got to get somebody in their prime to help your defense out.
Took a sack.
They own them. They own them right now. I'm Atlanta looking like. Uh, see, this is why I picked them. This is the Atlanta that I thought I was gonna see all season trade. That's why I had picked them in the preseason pick to win the division.
To be the
The early,
division.
yeah, to be the division winners, but not consistent enough.
And it could be someone because I mean let's keep in mind they are still rocking with the rookie. I mean he's not a rookie this year, but he's only had a couple of games under center from last year in Michael Penix, to where he could still be getting it together. Um, but we do know, like we was talking about earlier, he has a lot of years of experience underneath his belt due to he played a lot of college games.
That's what I mean. It's like some of them are not on the same curve. I can't grade them all on the same curve. It's like he should be a little bit more
Bo
prepared than some of his peers.
Bo Nix.
Him, Bo Nix should be. Bo Nix should really be prepared because Bo Nix is like 26, ain't he? Like Bo Nix is not
20,
young.
yeah, 25, 26. Yeah, he's at the yeah.
Bo Nix. That's what I'm saying. Like Penix Jr. You've had a lot more experience than some of your peers. So to underperform, that's totally on you. So that's why I say it's no excuses. It's no excuses because you've actually had an advantage, but your advantage turns out to not be helping you learn the pro game. Mhm.
Where is it? So in any case, we are almost at the halftime of the second game of such game. The first game, the next game will be starting soon. What's this? Hold on. Oh, there you go. It's going back in. But so, even although we continue, we talk about the players being from coming from the experience or coming from the lack of experience because they need more experience because they have more games experience in college. Do you think that really amounts to what could be productive in the NFL because they have plenty of college experience? Do you think it really helps that much when they get into the pros?
Yes, yes, because
Okay.
you see the difference between Brock Purdy with his experience and Trey Lance. Trey Lance
Correct.
didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of
Yeah.
experience.
Okay. Okay. You're right. You're right. You're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's important. I think the more you play, the better you should be. That's why I thought Drake May was going to be pretty good because um, he played some games. Like he played some games. But when you saw like you see the difference between. That's why I was saying, shouldn't Dylan Gabriel be better than Shador at this point? You know what I mean? Maybe not skill wise,
Yeah.
maybe not intangible wise, but as far as knowledge and being able to read a defense or carve up a zone and stuff like that, shouldn't he be a little bit sharper than Shador? Considering how much time he played, 6 years in college versus 4 years. What 2 years at a major, 2 years at a HBCU. Don't you think that makes a difference too?
Yeah. Because like we talked about, Dylan went through top tier. I mean, he was in, like you said, the UCF. I mean, he was at USC, then he left USC and then continued on from there. But he had that injury that almost took him out. But yeah, I can see your point.
I think I think Shador is going to be a great quarterback when he get a chance. I don't know if it's going to be in Cleveland though. I mean, Cleveland, they just don't have good quarterbacks. We talked about that yesterday. They just don't do it
Mhm.
there from the quarterback perspective. Um, but in my case in point is this: that Cleveland don't know what they're doing. Your team is sorry right now. You can't possibly tell me that you're trying to win anything as sorry as y'all look with no receivers. So why not? So why not sell tickets for your last remainder home games and put this young man in the game? See what I'm saying? Trey, they don't know what they're doing. Sell the tickets, bro. At minimum, it's a business. For real. Sell the tickets. You ain't selling no tickets with Dylan Gabriel. And as
So
soon as he has a real bad home game, they're gonna boo him and they're gonna be screaming Shador. So go ahead and save yourself. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I said about Dayball. Why would you play Russell Wilson when you know you're not gonna get nothing out of it? Put Jackson Dart in there, you selling tickets. Put Jackson Dart in there, you selling tickets. Look at
but
him,
I mean,
sell the tickets, Cleveland.
so you guys think that a little bit it's not the same because that's the same. These the same players, the same fan base that was cheering for Danny DeVito to get burned and stuff like that. So that's. I mean, they have their fan favorites. It's just Russ. It's just that Dart happened to be. It didn't make a difference. Who was? Oh, he out of there. Oh, touchdown.
Touchdown. 81 yards, man. 81 yards. Bijan Robinson, 81
That's a
yards.
bad dude.
Yeah, it look like Buffalo. Buffalo better wake up. Buffalo better wake up, or else this butt whipping is commencing right now. Like in Atlanta, if you start playing like this
In the zone.
consistently, if you start playing like this consistently, you might just compete with the Buccaneers, who look like they're gonna run away with that division. Um, I'm just, I don't know. I can't say enough about the up and down of this team. Like 2-2, that's not bad, but I'm talking about it goes back to last year too. I'm not just going 1 year. I'm just
Mhm.
saying, like the last couple of years, it looked like you could be on a upward trajectory, and it's like you keep going up and down, or you stay steady like this instead of I want to see that
Yeah.
big move because you got two good running backs, a good a good receiving core, a good receiving core, and you got decent quarterbacks. I mean, if this guy ain't popping, then you can go back. Ain't Kirk Cousins still on your roster? You can go back to Kirk. Somebody got to get it popping, but you got to find that one that's gonna really make this thing move. Um, Other than that, Atlanta, I mean, defense look all right. Y'all look like y'all got a decent team. Now it's just about you know, tightening it up, making it consistent, which is more than I can say for my own darn squad. So um, if I wasn't a diehard fan, people, I would I would do like I do in basketball and not even root for a team and just root for the players. Just root for the players.
Speaking of basketball, shout out to the Las Vegas Aces and
Oh
Asia
yeah.
Wilson. Asia is starting to prove she's that I almost said she's that dude. She's the one in state. Asia Wilson is representing. Shout out to them winning the WNBA yet again, their third WNBA championship. Asia Wilson, first player to win the MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, and the uh, championship MVP all in the same year. I'm very sure she's going to buku amounts of awards, all pro in the first team and all that type of stuff. So she represented
Add
it
more
constantly.
title to that.
Yeah, it kind of like puts it back because remember there was a huge thing of wondering how Caitlin Clark, but as you saying, it's a business. There's a business aspect to this thing. How Caitlin Clark got a shoe before Asia did, and all that type of stuff. And maybe I put a chip in Asia on Asia's shoulder. It's like, yo, I'm gonna have to show them better than I could tell them, and
Mhm.
she has shown it.
I mean, but you notice, I'm just gonna keep it real. The WNBA, we was talking about it heavy a couple of years ago. You see how fast everybody falls off that train. They got to do something with their product to put on a better. They still got work to do to put on a better product. Not only that, you're relying heavily on Caitlin Clark. She got hurt and your numbers dropped significantly. Like that's just a fact. I'm not making that up. That's just real. Like she got hurt and your numbers went in the toilet again. So you got to put other players similar to Caitlyn in your game to keep the focus on your game. Asia can't do it by herself. Caitlyn can't do it by herself, but they did take considerable drops. You went from 1.3 viewers to 800,000 viewers or whatever per games and stuff, especially at those FIBA games since Caitlin Clark got hurt. Um, so you got to make the games a little bit more entertaining. Uh, and maybe it may be a lot less WWE. I'll go there and I'll be the one to say it. You let them wrestle out there a little bit and hurt each other out there, and that's not what the game should be about. You want a physical competition, but you don't want people not at the risk of people's careers and people getting hurt. So WNBA clean that up a little bit, pay them a little bit more money, and like I said,
Well, they
make
ain't
it a
got no
little bit more.
choice. They ain't gonna have no choice because that CBA is coming up, so they finna go to the table. But you know what? They gotta do that and because you gotta think also what's going on is you have a new influx of talent getting ready to come in a couple of years. Like,
Yeah.
of course, you just see
My girl
Paige
coming.
Beckers. Yeah, Juju.
My girl coming. You know what I'm talking about? Juju. Man.
Juju is coming.
Yo,
So
wait.
hopefully, I'm looking forward to seeing her play this year as she gets ready to get back to form. As the USC is going to be back in play. So, and she got some new event. She got some new Avengers with her. So we're gonna see how that goes. But of course, you got Juju coming. You got Hilario. They got a good amount. You got Flo Janae. You got it's some talent out there. It's some true talent out there from the women's aspect that's going to be coming into the league soon. So it's time to start making play. And you got the Beckers, you got Paige Beckers, you got Caitlin Clark, you got Asia's there, you got Leah Boston. It's a bunch.
A lot of talent.
Erifrin, Rakia Jackson. You still got them. So it's still something out there. So
my only thing is that that's not enough. Like obviously it's not enough. I mean,
especially with them expanding to more teams.
Yeah, the viewership fell off real quick, so you gotta figure out a way to keep the viewership. You keep the eyes on your thing. Keep the eyes on you. You got to find a way to make. Like I said, it's got to be a little bit more entertaining. And your star players, you got to keep your star players on the court, especially early on when you're trying to expand. You ain't got a whole lot of teams already, so it's tough when your star players go down, and most of them are not going down to crazy injuries. It's running into each other. It's being knocked down. It's the physical play. So you got to clean the physical play up a little bit. I'm not saying make it soft, but I'm saying you got to go to more of an NBA style a little bit there and eliminate some of the clothesline and eliminate some of the tackling out there and get back to ball for real. For real, get back to ball. Make it a product that everybody want to see.
Frozen. It looks like Allen is taking a beating this game. It seems like they hitting them no matter every chance they get, no matter what. Out of bounds, inbounds, handoffs.
That's the game plan. You got to rough him up. You got to get in his head. You can't beat him. You can't really just beat him, match wits with him. You got to hit him. The only weapon that a defense has is tackling. For real. Like, but you have to form tackle these days. It's different now. Like, form tackling is a lost art in this game. And the teams that do it, like when the 49ers are full strength defense, they form tackle well. We saw the Eagles did it in the Super Bowl against Mahomes and the Chiefs. You see certain teams, the Rams was good at form tackling, like for the most part. Certain teams, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they tackle well in the open field, stuff like that. They come at you, but not too many teams. Like my team whiffs on a lot of tackles that you should make in the hole. They miss it. I saw Jadeveon, what's his name? Jadeveon Clowney yesterday. I saw him have a chance to set a tone and hit one of the few times you could have hit Rico Dowdle in the backfield, but he swipes at the football and then totally misses the tackle. It's like, what are we doing? Tackle the guy. A tackle for loss would have been huge in that spot, at that particular spot in the game, but you swipe at the ball. I think less ball swiping sometimes and get back to the fundamental tackling. Like you can't knock heads off anymore. So I wouldn't say go for even though I saw some big collisions. I saw some big collisions in games where it's clean collision. But yeah, that's kind of eliminated in the game. But you can still form tackle. You can still take a guy down right there.
So as we get closer to the halftime of this game, we'll get ready to go ahead and drop off here. Y'all know to catch us Thursday. We got Thursday night football coming up. We got another Sunday night. As y'all heard, CC said earlier, he's going to be if he be on, he's going to be broadcasted from Kansas City as he goes to the Las Vegas at Kansas City game. So he'll be there. He was at the Monday night game a couple of weeks ago, so he's jumping around and getting the games in as he can. I would have been at the next week, not next week, but week after next. I would have been at the Houston and San Francisco game, but I'll be out of town, so that's unfortunate. I'm not going to make it to that game, but it'll spin the block again. It'll be back. I'll catch it. We'll see how it goes next year. But yeah, y'all know to catch us every week, Thursday and Sunday. Just make sure y'all got that notification set so y'all can be up on upcoming. You know, we got the power rankings coming up at some point. Is on the docket. Y'all gonna get CC's segment with the CC's no excuse list. So that's gonna be popping off and hear what he's got to say. We all hear what he got to say. So be on the lookout for it. Be sure to tap in with us. Fall in when y'all see that notification. CC, you and your last words before we get out of here.
Dodgers, Brewers. Don't forget they playing tonight. I don't know if that game started yet, but Dodgers Brewers tonight, and we know Trey got those Dodgers. I predicted that the Brewers was going to win game 1, but the Dodgers are probably going to win the series.
Let's go. Big Blue Wrecking Crew always. Let's make a repeat back to back. Until then, we'll holler at y'all later on this week. Enjoy the rest of y'all's night. Check out the Chicago versus who's Chicago? I keep on forgetting. Chicago versus Washington, the Commanders. Until then, we up out of here. Peace.
Good show, man.